The process of formation of pollen grains from microspore mother cell is known as microsporogenesis. Means pollen grains will be formed from the microspore mother cell. These may be called as microspore mother cells, may also be called as microspore tetrad or microspore mother cell, and from these pollen grains will be formed. Then this process is known as microsporogenesis. Now if we talk about the structure of a pollen grain has two layers. One is known as exine and the other is known as intine. Exine layer is made of an organic matter, organic substance known as sporopollenin, and this sporopollenin is very resistant to temperature, acids and alkalis. There is no enzyme which can degrade sporopollenin. Then the second layer of pollen grain, which is towards inner side, is known as intine. This intine is thin and continuous layer and it is made of cellulose and pectin. If you talk about the continuity of exine and intine, exine is not continuous. It has some apertures and these apertures are known as germ pores, and where at the germ pores there is no sporopollenin, so that pollen tubes during the germination of a pollen grain, this pollen tube may come out from these germ pores where sporopollenin is absent, and the cells of the pollen grains have lot of cytoplasm. So this is the structure of a pollen grain. And if we talk about the internal portion, a mature pollen grain has two cells. The bigger one cell is known as vegetative cell and the smaller one cell is known as generative cells. Means it has two cells. The first one is bigger and it has lot of food reserves, large nucleus is present, and this is responsible for the development of pollen grain. Whereas generative cell, it is small, as it is visible in diagram also, and this generative cell is responsible, or it takes place during the fusion with an egg. So it involves in syngamy, fusion of that male and female gamete is called as syngamy, and during that this cell plays important role. Now if we talk about the pollen grains, some of the pollen grains are very light, so they are dispersed in air, and some of the pollen grains may cause allergy. For example, the pollen grains of Parthenium, it causes allergies and breathing disorders in some persons, and like asthma and bronchitis, and it can cause some allergies also. Pollen grains have some useful साइड्स फॉर ह्यूमन बींग्स ऑल्सो, मतलब वो ह्यूमन बींग्स को नुकसान भी कर रहे हैं, एलर्जीज़ कॉज कर रहे हैं, ब्रीथिंग डिसऑर्डर्स भी कॉज कर रहे हैं, लेकिन इनके कुछ यूजेस भी हैं. पॉलन ग्रेन्स को एज रिच न्यूट्रिएंट्स जो है यूज़ किया जा सकता है फूड सप्लीमेंट के फॉर्म में. पॉलन टैबलेट्स भी अवेलेबल हैं क्योंकि दीज आर रिच इन न्यूट्रिएंट्स, सो द ह्यूमन बींग्स कंज्यूम दैम एज अ सोर्स ऑफ फूड सप्लीमेंट. एंड इफ़ वी टॉक अबाउट द वायबिलिटी का मतलब है कि जो पॉलन ग्रेन्स हैं आफ्टर रिलीजिंग फ्रॉम द एंथर कितनी ड्यूरेशन के लिए वो सर्वाइव करेंगे, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज वायबिलिटी. ईच पॉलन ग्रेन हैज़ अ डिफरेंट वायबिलिटी. सो ये ज़रूरी है कि जब तक उसकी वायबिलिटी है उससे पहले वो जो पॉलन ग्रेन है वो कहाँ पहुँच जाए, स्टिग्मा पर पहुँच जाए, क्योंकि उससे पहले पहुँचेगा देन ओनली इट विल बी एबल टू germinate and produce pollen tube. Pollen grains can be stored in pollen banks, and for the storage of these pollen grains, they are stored in liquid nitrogen at a temperature of minus 196 degree. So today we have studied about microsporogenesis, means formation of pollen grains. Tomorrow we will continue. We will study about megasporogenesis, that is formation of female gamete.